Greetings, greetings, family. Thank you so much for tuning Black in. I had so much technical difficulties. Sorry about that. I do apologize. I was trying to get set up and I don't know. Big brother, big sis is watching, but anyway, we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna do our thing. Thank you so much for tuning Black in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. Happy Friday to one and all. I am coming at you live out of Phoenix, Arizona, also known as the Valley of the Sun. I had a meeting a few days ago. Sister that we're going to be working together, developing my website, blah, blah. And so she's in I'll just say Philadelphia area, or maybe not Philly. It is Pennsylvania, for sure, Pennsylvania. And she was jonesing for a sneak peek of the sun, because I was telling her, this is the Valley of the Sun. We're known as the Valley of the Sun, and blah blah blah. And so I sent her a picture of my view from my patio, and she was like, oh my gosh, I remember these bright sunny days. Yeah, so I think we take them for granted, but we have sunshine every day. Every time. I didn't believe it until I moved out here, because I said, it's no way. I didn't believe it. The sun is not going to be in the city, the valley, all the time. It is. It literally is. So if you want sunshine, blue skies, this is the zone. So I'm going to talk about something not as much fun. I just try to give you some information of you can lean into, perhaps if it's so tough, I just want you to ponder and think about what I am saying, and want to impart to the family here, because it's much needed. It is much needed. So without further ado, I'm going to use and read the fair use disclaimer, so I don't get in any kind of trouble, because I'm going to cite some movies, and this is where we're going today. So fair use, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So thank you again for tuning in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. So we have really we are going through it in this country. I'm not going to be a gloom and doom. I'm going to try not to. But we have to pay attention to everything that is going on, good, bad, and otherwise indifferent, if you want to say it like that. But we have to monitor our thoughts, our actions, and our behaviors, because we are re-traumatized each and every day. Usually, sometimes our own actions re-traumatize, because we have been living in trauma generations of decades of generation, enslavement, Jim Crow, the list goes on. So this has done a number on us in and of itself. It's not rocket science that it would happen, but the fact that we can say lickety split, we are re-traumatized when we hear of a death of a person that did not have a weapon. And I told you the melanin is the weapon. Our elder the late Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. If you don't have her book, uh, it was written in 1991, and I think I bought it shortly thereafter. The ISIS Papers. Please get that book if you don't have it in your library and read it, even if it takes 3 months, because it's a heavy duty book. And she left those. I still have my original copy, and I don't know why this is happening. It is. I'm just having. Okay, so this is the, I'm just saying we are re-traumatized every time we hear of a wrongful death. Um, we're in the Wild Wild West, and the whole country. If you're in New York, it's the Wild Wild West. If you're in California, it's the Wild Wild West. We don't have a moment of peace without all understanding, peace that surpasses all understanding. Do we ever have that? Do we ever get to say that? I have a peace in my home. My home is peaceful. I have beautiful flowers that are growing. I really take good care of my flowers, my plants. And I'm going to be working on my patio. It's going to be really nice before, I'm going to say, end of next month. It's been a slower project because the heat has kind of creeped up, because it is about 195. So no big difference between 95 and 100. So, we can probably go in the evening and work on that yard. But anyway, so we have beautiful weather all year round, and we have winters and summers, which are long. But I'm not complaining because I have gas. I'm not rubbing it in, but I definitely have gas. We have gas. I got 2 gas stations probably within a mile from me, both directions, in fact. So we're blessed out here. But with that said, we are re-traumatized every day. Your home may be peaceful. When you step out, it's like another day. As long as you don't read the newspaper and be really enthralled with the newspaper, you might have a safe bed of sleeping, resting well. I slept, not too well, but last night my sleep was interrupted. But that's going to change this evening. I know I'm going to be like knocked out. But this is a tough subject because we do it at our own hands. Again, black on black crime. I'm going to say it. It doesn't make sense. If you see another melanated person on this planet, wherever you go, put down the weapons. We don't need to shoot. We're talking about police shooting, wrongful police shooting. Why are Black and brown people, melanated people, killing each other? So think about that. Why are we doing it where we are marching in the streets? If someone else, the police, or, whomever, George Floyd, or, I'm sorry, not George Floyd, Zimmerman. Zimmerman, you know, got away with killing Trayvon Martin. I'm just saying, that's just one example or 2 examples. So we cannot have it both ways. We cannot kill each other. I'm the first woman. I'm telling you, we cannot kill each other and then just say police, couldn't, we up in arms, we're marching the streets. We can't have it both ways. We have to stop doing what they do. They've trained us well psychologically. They've messed us up. But if you see another Black, brown person, you cannot come to the table. The elders are gathering and you all work it out. This is what we did. We didn't know the Wild Wild West stuff. Gun, boom, boom. That's it. Life over. Who taught you that? I'm just saying. I'm a thinking human being. I came here with knowledge, wisdom, probably at age 12. I was an old soul about 40 years, 45 years ago. I'm just saying. We have to get off of these phones. If I see I was at the bank today earlier, and it was a long line. That's going to be another story. It'll be another story. But the line was long, and half the people on the phone. We are always preoccupied with something. I was just standing there. No phone. I have two. I have two cell phones. I have two phones. Yeah, one over here. I didn't take one phone out because I want to be observant of my surroundings. People on the phone, they don't even have like, what happened? Everyone's in their phone. Can you stop that? This is the phone. This is the phone. So consider that. So we go into not killing each other because we're upset because police are killing us. So you can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. We're not going to be marching in the street and some of us getting rubber bullets or whatever. Maybe rubber bullets. Insurrection, no bullets at all. But that's another conversation. But now we're going to march because it was a wrongful death of a young Black man, Black girl, Black boy, Black woman. We can't have it both ways, family. We just cannot. It's not just. We can't be marching the streets and being, emotional and passionate of what's happening. We see what's happening, but we can't have it both ways. We have to end our disagreements as we know to do. We know to do peaceful. You sit to you get the elders involved. Go to the elders. This is our treat. This is our DNA. That's deep in our DNA. This is the wild west. Like, who does that? Kill someone. Peacefully discuss, and the elders will convene, and they come back with truth. And if the chip falls where it may, we just learned this whole shoot 'em up, ask questions later. This is how we're taught. We are still being taught. But that's not one I want to talk about. That might be another conversation next week. But what I'm saying to you, we are traumatized. We are traumatized. We are re-traumatizing. Whenever we watch a movie, I'm going to give you an example. A movie that goes into great detail of pain that comes up. When you go in these movies, 12 Years a Slave, you remember that? 12 Years a Slave. The brother was a free man. They recaptured, if you will. In 12 years, he was a slave. He was, all of our people are intelligent, but he was what you would say, a higher level person. I think he was somewhere up north. I don't know. But 12 years a slave. So now this is the re-trauma. When we are re-traumatized, this is how we do. We watch movies about our enslavement. It's the craziest thing. Django Unchained. You remember that? 2012. We keep doing it. Gone with the Wind, that was a good oldie but goodie. How about that? That's what they think. They always talk about going with the wind, going with the wind, going with the wind, going with the wind. And that was 1939. They've been continuing to do this over time. There's no filter. They don't say, "Oh, well, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't put these movies out because it's trauma again." They don't even think about that. It's in, and I don't even know if it goes in. It's gone. It's we need to make money. At what cost? At what cost are we making money? Glory, 1989. Glory. I think what you call it was in it. Denzel Washington. That was one of his breakout roles. This is 1989. Lincoln, 2012. Sankofa, 1993. We continue to re-traumatize ourselves. Amistad. Slavery by Another Name. I don't know about that one. Uncle Tom's Cabin. I think Birth of a Nation. That's the last one I wanted to mention. So we have been doing this for eons, for decades, for centuries, since we have been here in this country. Were taken from our homeland, and language was taken, and all of that. And so now, I had some notes today. We see the Black child is still, I think it was 2018, maybe 18. I think it was 18. They're still picking the white doll. We're not doing our best. If children, Black and brown children, are still saying the white doll is better, you is light, you is smart, you is, from The Help. So this is what we're up against. This is what we've been enduring day in, day out, decade in, decade out, century in, century out. It's got to stop. Somehow, some way, it's got to stop. We are doing this to ourselves. I've seen these movies. I'm speaking to myself as well. This is why we suffer from low self-esteem. Sisters, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's not so much of putting on the glitz and glamour, but I'm saying deep, deep-rooted self-esteem. A lot of us, including myself, have gone through that. I'm breaking out, breaking away from it. Because I know I've been traumatized. So if I've been traumatized, I grew up in a two-parent household. That's going to be in my book. I'm not going to go too much into that. There was, I probably won't even tap on that because I'll get deep. I'll go down the rabbit hole. I don't want to go there. So let me stay on topic. So low self-esteem. The children are still selecting the the white doll. You is better. You is light. You is okay. Even we see the brothers. I'm not going to mention any names. I know of someone who had children with a sister, chocolate sister, and I guess I didn't know too much about the dynamics of whatever was going on. So he divorced her, or she divorced. I don't know. I don't know all the I'm not even going to claim to know. And so his next wife was this close to white. like this close, this far from white. I'm just saying. I'm just calling it. Now he had the children by the sister, the sister. But when he married that next wife, probably the one drop theory will be into play around that one. But this is what we do. We traumatize ourselves. We are brothers, I'm not going to say all, some brothers aren't checking for dark sisters. Let's be real. We need to keep this real because in our traumatization, if we don't speak truth to power, we continue the cycle and the children see what the parents are doing, so they're going to do it. It's back, and in 20 years, the child will be picking, the black child, black brown child will be picking the white doll. When is it going to stop? So with that said, it's not only we are re-traumatizing ourselves, we have not gotten reparations. We have not, fill in the blank, the law that's still in the Senate. They should want to rush that through, like the Asian law. So anti-Asian, anti-hate of melanated people. We have been, now Asians have just gotten over here anyway, not too long ago. I'll just say that. So now we're going to hurry that policy through, one and done, and let the black folks wait. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Why is that? All of our great politicians, a black vice president, one drop, a progressive, wink, 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 president. Who are you kidding? This is insult to injury. So we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. While we are still picking the white doll, the black child is picking the white doll as good and better and smarter and blah, blah, blah. We're not getting reparations, or we may, it's on the table. We have to do a study. Study of what? Why do you have the proof. The blood is in the soil. The blood is in the soil. So what other proof do we need? Why are we even confusing apples and oranges? Oh, well, we have to have a study for reparation. Ancestors are listening. I got chills on this. Ancestors are listening. I'm saying. And when we re-traumatize ourselves, in fact, there's a couple of shows on, I don't know which network. I think it's current. It's like this year. I can see it right now. It's Antebellum or one of those, and then we have the one on the other network. It was, in fact, one of the lead people graduate from my high school in Brooklyn. I saw that. It's underground. That's out this year. It's coming back for season 2, perhaps. I'm sure it is, because we're watching it. We want to be re-traumatized. That's all we want to do. So when you do that, black and brown people, melanated people, you are the gods. We are the gods and goddesses. But if we're re-traumatizing ourselves at our own hand, we're killing ourselves, each other, let me say that. It's a soup. It's a toxic soup. We're not getting reparations. This is a toxic soup. And it's we didn't come this far for this to happen. Our treatment, horrific. And so now, what is the end result? Do you have an idea? What is the end result? Skin bleaching. I'm just saying. I've been noticing so many, I want to say sisters over brothers. I will say that. I mean, I don't know statistically, but we know if you go back in some time, say 20, 30 year, people in movies, and they're still on the scene. I'll just say The Color Purple. I'll just say that, leave it there. You can see the changing of Set It Off. You can see the changing of the hue. Don't you know the melanin is what they want, family? They're trying to trick us. They're trying to get, chaos and confusion. Everything is run on chaos and confusion. That's what no gas now, chaos and confusion. I mean, this is where we are. So why don't we see that? We have above average intelligence, well above average intelligence. So why can't we see that? Seeing is more than what you know. It's not only for seeing, looking, seeing. It's seeing inner, inside. You get a nudge. This ain't right. But if you're in the phone all daggone day, you gotta do. The woman couldn't even. I mean, everyone was waiting in the line for the teller. Everyone was deep in their phone. I mean, deep in their phone. You know, everyone has to be preoccupied. So why are we skin bleachers, sisters? Our power is our melanin. Don't we know that by now? We've had all the books, all the movies that have shown, blah, blah, blah. Our babies are still selecting the right doll. We're not doing our part, sisters. I'm just talking to the sisters now. We rock the cradle. Not trying to say brothers aren't around. My father definitely was around and was very, very present in my life. No question. But I'm saying the first person they see is the mother. When that baby comes out, they don't put it on the daddy's chest. No due respect, all due respect. They put that baby in the arms of their child. That's the first set of eyes you see. So we need to do our part, sisters. I don't have any birth children. Maybe it was a reason, but I do not have any birth children. But I am saying to you, if you have children, you are the first woman, first person that doctor or midwife or whatever puts that baby on your body for that bonding. So from that moment, you have full right of properly rearing that child. I mean, I have a former coworker. It's kind of sad story. She is melanated. I think her husband's Hispanic or something. And they had 3 girls. You heard I said had. And all children, to my understanding, they're not equal. Certain children need more love. That's why you need to have an astrological chart when the child is born, so you can have a little bit of a snapshot of, moon and this, the rising sign, blah blah blah. That would be a really good tool, because we know some of the information will be captured in that way of, because I probably needed more love in my home. My brother was aloof. He's a Gemini. He was like off, off to the races. He wasn't that kind of child. He's air. Not trying to say, but he's got he's air, and then he's got air moon. I mean, he's out, in space. He likes Lost in Space and, all that stuff, Star Trek. He loves all of that stuff. I, on the other hand, I have 4 planets in Scorpio. I'm watery. I'm emotional. I can be emotional. You know, those tools would be helpful in not all in and of itself. If this could be a snapshot of how you can train and develop the child, is what I'm saying to you. And so if we know the difference, we were both under the same roof. We both came from the same source. Our parents, had some fun, and boom, I'm here. And then 5 years prior, had some fun, boom, Seth is here. But clearly, we couldn't have had more difference than because anyway, that's a whole nother family dynamic. But what I'm saying to you is it's good to get the information. Information is key. Information is knowledge. So we always look for information. We are so busy, no disrespect, baptizing this and that. Do that if that's what you do. But get those, essential tools we know about. We know about the astrology, but you can't have astrology and religion. It's demonic. So we're so mixed up in our head. We have so much we have given this country and was taken from us, because we knew how, the other day we were discussing, we knew the resources to get everything together. We know about the Peanut Man, the guy, Carver, the Cotton Gin. I'm just getting all of them maybe confused, but we had the sources of getting stuff done and patenting, or maybe not patenting the technology. But we knew how to do that. We have that in our DNA. So now we are bleaching, sisters. This is sad, because the low self-esteem, years, generations of low self-esteem, over time, nothing has let up. We haven't had utopia here. Even if you are a millionaire, even if you are wealthy, are you wealthy in your mind, your body, and your spirit? So our power is in our melanin. And if we are depleting melanin from our body, I thought I saw somebody like Jada Pickett. I thought she was white. I was looking at her like, is that a white lady? I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm just saying. Go to set it off. That was 25 years ago. Maybe 20, 25 years. Queen Latifah, I haven't seen her do that. But there are a lot of people bleaching because psychologically we have been damaged and it needs to stop. We need to undo some of this stuff because our children are seeing what we're doing, and this is the message that we are sending. I don't like myself. I need to change myself. Even Wendy Williams, she's beige. So this is what all I have. I know it's not a fun day to listen to Deanne, but like, share, subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe, follow. I thank you for tuning in. I hope that you consider some of these things that I'm talking about. You know, psychologically, we've been psychologically damaged in this country. We cannot receive all of the assaults. And it's not like it's letting up. You know, we receive the assaults, and it's not like we take it in. You know, we're really going in and we like cancel, cancel, cancel. But at some level, it is penetrating our heart and our mind and our spirit. And it can be dismantling, disruptive, but don't let it be. If you eat right, you meditate, you pray, and if you have loved ones, teach them how to love themselves and not so much looking outside of themselves for people who bring home, if they bring home people that whatever, but let us keep the family together, if you will. I'll just say it like that. Can we do that? Can we keep the family together? You know, Michael Jordan, he's exactly my age. I think he was born in February. I'm good with numbers. I think he was born in February '63, and I was born in September '63. He had a sister, had all those children for him. This is why we this is what we are seeing. And he's got Becky now. You know, I hope he's happy with Becky. I'm just saying. Hopefully he has trust funds set up with his cheering with the sister. We have to call it out. It's not like it's down and down and down. I'm putting everyone down. We have to call it as we see it. And if we know we've been damaged, there's no way you could have gone this far. Home ownership, I drive a Prius, all this stuff, but I still have to have a balance of love in my spirit, in my mind, in my heart. Because when I go out there, every step I take, you don't know what's going to come. So I have to zone up. I have to level up in my mind and my heart. I went in the bank looking like this. I certainly did. You get a certain level of respect when you embrace your heritage. I've been doing a study, albeit kind of mild. I've been going in street clothes, and then I go into a level of regal looking, the regal look, and having the melanin, right? 100% it's respect. Now that's out here. I don't know about where you are, but 100% respect. This is what we deserve. This is what we need to have in our community, especially with each other. I saw a post from someone. I think she was like 65 years old, 50, 65 years young. And she was saying she wanted to do something with somebody, and how should I handle it? Should I go over there? And I think she was. I don't know if she was serious, and I was like, just walk away. You know, just walk away. Keep your dignity. Keep your dignity at all times. What are we doing? We're acting like them. We know better. When we know better, we do better. So with that, I'm going to say thank you so much. Share, 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 like, subscribe to my channel. I'm on Monday through Friday, 2:30 Mountain Standard Time, which is 5:30 Eastern Time. I come on Monday through Friday, without fail, Monday through Friday. And that is my time. I might have some other time slots coming available. And so stay tuned. And I'm going to be working with the young lady who is assisting me with my business profile. She's doing all the fun stuff on the back end. And we're going to have a meeting, I think next week. So stay tuned for some fun stuff coming your way. And I thank you so much for tuning in. The Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360, the Melanin Report 360. See, I'm 57 years old. Soon to be 58, I believe. 58. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. People want this. They want, because they know we don't age. We don't age. They want this so bad. So take care of your babies and whisper in their ear while they're sleeping. You are God. I'm raising you to be a king. I'm raising you to be a queen. And just, you're on the phone all the daggone time. Just go in that baby's room, even if he's 8 or 9 or 10, and you just whisper and pray over that baby. Put some energy on that, a shay on him or her. That's what we need more of. And just say, I'm raising you to show me how to raise you to be a king. Show me how to raise you to be a queen. I got chills on this. This is what we need to have in our community. Show me, ancestors, show me how to raise this child to be a king or be a queen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back on Monday, God willing. Creek don't rise. Thank you so much for listening. Share, 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 like. Subscribe. I've got a appointment in about an hour, so I'm going to jet out. And I trust you all to be safe and sound and back here on Monday. Same time, same back channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon. Peace.